Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're going to be doing a 2-in-1. One is to announce that I'm going to be attending the Sundance 2021 Film Festival, which is extremely exciting because this is a chance for me to watch 8 brand new movies that have never even been released yet. Nobody has seen a poster for these movies, nobody has seen a trailer, the only thing you can read about these is the synopsis alone, and that is it, which is very exciting because I never ever get a chance to watch a movie completely blind, and this makes it so I can either watch a terrible movie that's going to be completely awful and a waste of time, or I can watch something great. So I will have a bunch of reviews out in the next week and a half of just all these great things that I'm about to watch. I'll put a list at the end of the video or maybe just in the description or something like that of everything that I'm going to be watching this weekend. So definitely subscribe to the channel to see all of these reviews. And also this is primarily going to be a review for Promising Young Woman, which premiered at Sundance Film Festival last year, which got a lot of praise and accolades at that festival and was released to a lot more praise back in December, but my theaters were not open at the time, so I finally got a chance to watch this in theaters, and my god, this movie is phenomenal. Fennell is the director of this film, and she is the main reason to praise this film because she is the writer and director, and every frame of this movie is gorgeous. She did a great job at directing the camera and writing the screenplay, and just the performances that she was able to get out of every single actor and actress in this film was just phenomenal. Once again, I have such high praise for her, and I really hope she gets consideration in this year's Oscars. Same thing with the main star of this movie, Carey Mulligan, who gives by far my favorite performance of hers, and she has given some amazing performances in the past. I love her in movies like Drive, Never Let Me Go, and I hear she's great in Shame and a bunch of these other movies that I've just not seen of hers, but from what I've seen, I love her in this film. She is phenomenal, and honestly, that guy who wrote that Variety review should just go away. Never write a review or article ever again. You're a terrible person. She is so great in this film in every aspect, and she has such a difficult role to play because, for one, she's playing a deeply traumatized and damaged woman who just can't move past these things that happened in her past, and it's just very heartbreaking to watch this character, go through these motions. And another great praiseworthy aspect of this film, which we'll go back to the writing, is there's hardly any exposition of what happened to her or what happened to the friend of hers, Nina, that is the main, I guess, inciting incident for this film, even though you never really get to see what that incident actually was. And so she's playing this extremely damaged character, and she's going out throughout her own way to gain power and to go out into the world and exact this revenge tour on all these people that were tied into this event that happened. And it's riveting to watch because, for one, you feel her spiraling down out of control, but on the other hand, it is so incredibly satisfying. Every single time you get one of those title cards where it slaps on the Roman numeral 1 to 4, my god, it was amazing. And you just can't help but to root for her in this film to succeed in every single way because she just pulls off this performance so perfectly, and she definitely deserves some Oscar praise that she's getting, especially that she's getting right now. She's getting a lot of hype, and I hope that she gets nominated in the very least, but she is fantastic in this film. And as for the story, I think the story is very interesting. Like I said, she's on a revenge tour. She's going, basically checking names off this list, and at the beginning she's just kind of, randomly going out to bars, pretending to be drunk, and catching guys that are doing these terrible things, to taking advantage of women in all these different situations. And whenever she has that turn, where she turns off her performance of being drunk and all loopy to being completely sober and serious and turning on these guys, was, like I said, satisfying is the perfect word to describe these scenes because she just pulls it off amazingly. And also the supporting cast is great. There's so many actors that I just did not know was in this film at all. Obviously you see a few of them, like Burnham in the trailers, which he was fantastic in this movie. I loved his role and his relationship with our main character because they have an interesting one. He's the first person in her life to really, at least since the incident, to really maybe be the light at the end of the tunnel. And she's so hesitant at the fact of letting anybody into her life that it almost kind of fractures her goals. It almost fractures what she's standing for and what she's fighting for. And it's a very fascinating relationship to watch up until the end. He is great as a comedic actor. He is very funny in this movie. The banter back and forth between the two are fantastic. And like I said, when things turn and flip on their heads, it is very, very satisfying. And as for actors that I just flat out did not know were in this movie, let's just start off with Clancy Brown, who plays her father in this movie. And I love him popping up in these weird roles. He was in The Mandalorian, of course, back in 2019 for season 1, and he's just a fantastic actor. He was great as her father, and again, with him and Burnham, that entire dinner scene was equally as awkward as it was funny and just very entertaining. But like McLovin himself is in this movie, even though he's in just one scene, he's in this film, which is crazy. And Alfred Molina pops up in this movie, like he will pop up hopefully in Spider-Man 3. But so bizarre that these actors just popped up for one scene and they're just kind of in there and they're great in their roles, and it's just nice to see them, you know? And also Alison Brie, she's also in this movie. She pops up and she's great in her role as well, and very interesting relationships all around between Carey Mulligan's character and all these characters that I just listed off here, along with a lot of other people who just kind of pop up here and there. They're all great in their roles. And I do want to talk about the ending, so we're going to get into spoilers into this part of the review because I have to talk about it. I can't not talk about it because it was just one of those endings where I just sunk into my chair and just was watching these events fold onto the screen, and my God, the ending was just amazing. Alright, so at the end of the film, she goes to confront the main guy, this Al, Dr. Al, whatever the fuck his name is. I hate him with a passion. He also has a very punchable face. He was in Glow, and I believe he was at least punched in the face once in that show. Which again, Glow, Alison Brie, great show. Sadly, it was canceled, but dang, it's such a great show. But he has a very punchable face, and she goes to get his revenge on this main guy who raped Nina, and this guy, I mean, the setup to this entire sequence is fantastic. She's in the nurse outfit. She intrudes the bachelor party as a stripper, and my God, the way that she kind of lures him upstairs and the way that she leaves everybody downstairs too drunk to even notice or care what's going on, and the way she just basically takes over this entire situation was riveting. As I said, she does this several times throughout the entire film, but you've gotten to a point where you are so ready for this guy to go down. And of course, if you've seen the movie, you know what's about to happen. He breaks the handcuff off of the bed and strangles and suffocates Carey Mulligan's character to death. And my God, I sunk back. I was devastated. I've never been so mad at a character death in a movie in quite a while, and it was just so impactful because, like I said, the way that they set up this character and the way that you're always rooting for her, it's so heartbreaking when this happens because, for one, you just believe in all of your heart that this guy's going to get away with it, and he's somehow gonna live free, and that's just how the world is because people get away with this type of crap all the time, and it's so frustrating. And the friend comes in with an even more punchable face, and my God, these people, I hate them all with an equal amount of passion. All of them just need to go. And I was just crushed because I was so convinced that they're all going to get away with it. Because I saw Chris Duckman's review where he said that he was really enjoying the movie up until the final moments where he understood why they made the decision to do this thing with a certain character, which I'm assuming is Mulligan's death. And in some ways I agree with that. She really did not have to die. I was really devastated when that happened. But again, with satisfaction, like I said, everything about this movie was just satisfying from beginning to end. And when Bo Burnham got that message, that scheduled message from her, and it just started slowly dinging down all these messages. The notes were sent to the police. Alfred Molina's character is going down. I think everybody except for Alison Brie is going down. Please come raid the wedding. Right after everything happens, they are now married. This guy Al and his new wife, and they're just completely taken by the police. And the look on Bo Burnham's face is just so satisfying. But I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on this ending. I thought it was quite profound and very daring and very gutsy. A lot of movies wouldn't do something this crazy at the end of their movie, especially killing off the main character is definitely a swing, and I think they knocked it out of the park. I loved this film. It's one of my favorites. It definitely would have cracked my top 15 list of 2020. Definitely knocking something off that list. I don't know quite how high I'd put it, but it would definitely deserve to be on that list. I hope it gets nominated for all the Oscars. Performances, directing, maybe even Best Picture. I definitely think it's worth a watch on all regards. Thanks guys for watching this video, and definitely subscribe to my channel to see a bunch of reviews for Sundance. And of course my WandaVision series, that's going to be coming out tomorrow. As of uploading this, it should come out tomorrow super early in the morning because I'm crazy and I'm staying up till 1 a.m. to watch that video, or to watch the show and make the video all by 3 in the morning. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. So subscribe, and I hope to see you all in my next one.